Hey guys, it's Joseph. Today's video is going to be on how to be an introvert. So, an introvert is, it's usually a quiet person, doesn't have many friends, and has introverted hobbies like book reading or gaming. So, what I just wanted to go in today is basically how to be a successful introvert. So, to be a successful introvert or to be an alpha introvert, um, you need to you need to what I think is really important is that you have zero friends. You have zero friends. Another thing is that um, you want to cut off people. So and say no. So if someone wants to be in a relationship or something, just say no. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't want to be. Don't try to say the truth. Introvert should be about the truth. Okay, so it's okay to say no. Say no often. So you're actually going to say no most of the time, like 99% of the time, and that's perfectly okay. Because there's a lot of weird people out there, sketchy people out there, not nice people out there. So it's okay to say no, and most of them are going to be extroverts anyway that you're rejecting. So they're just going to actually do bad things to you. They're going to do probably mock you behind your back. All just crappy shit. So you know it's okay rejecting 99% of people. It's perfectly fine. And then also you want to go to online school or you want to go to a homeschool because that will public schools are mostly where extroverts hang out and bad people hang out. So if you go to online school, homeschool, you're going to avoid most of the bad people there. And also when it comes to girls um, that you're romantically or sexually attracted to, what you want to do is also reject pretty much all of them. Like 99% of them, I need you to reject them or make it very clear. So like what you want to do as an alpha introvert is that let's say you have a crush on a girl. What's best you do is immediately, let's say within a day or a week, is to go tell the girl that you have a crush on her right away. Just tell her you like her for where maybe just obvious reasons, and then that's the best way to do it. You don't want to develop crushes on people over like 2 months, 3 months time because you don't really know the person, and then that person's might just end up not liking you. So you might spend time obsessing over or just thinking about a person that actually is a bad person. So, it's best that you get your feelings right out right away and that you just tell the people that you romantically or sexually attracted to them that you like them right away. I mean, I know that you're going to get rejected. You may get rejected, but it's perfectly okay being rejected, and it's actually perfectly okay to reject others. Just as people reject you, you also need to reject them. Actually, you need to reject them more. So yeah, so that is the main point. So and make sure the relationship is very clear with the girls. Make sure like you need to know, is this a friendship? Is this a romantic relationship? And then you need to just be careful because you're not really supposed to friend girls as a guy. You're not really supposed to have any friends that are girls, like zero. Only reason you would really talk to a girl is to be in a romantic sexual relationship, which is the same thing, but I mean, it depends. So, like, if you're going, let's say you're just like sexually attracted to a girl, it's okay just like fucking that girl, but you don't want to be in a relationship. That's perfectly okay because you don't want them too close to you anyway. They might be different. So, it's just, it's like a couple of times or one time thing, but that's perfectly okay. Do not feel pressure to be in a relationship. Relationships really aren't that good. And honestly, the person, you really need to know the person. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a good idea. So, like I said, recommend you have zero friends. I recommend you not talk to anybody, and I recommend you have introverted hobbies like video gaming, book reading. I recommend you have zero friends. And if you do get a friend, make sure it's very similar. Make sure he's a loner just like you. Make sure he has hobbies just like you do. Do not make sure that this person has five friends. Don't make sure this person has 500 more, like 100 more followers. Don't make sure this person has a totally different hobby. Make sure this person doesn't have a totally different belief. You got to make sure they're very sim, which is why I'm saying you need to have zero friends just to be careful. Have zero friends. And then, like I said, you need to, when it comes So the things you need to cut people off. You need to say no if someone wants to be your friend and you don't want to be their friend and you don't feel comfortable or you feel like it's unfair or like some you don't feel you might feel demasculated, you might feel awkward, and just say no. Say no. And then also, if you do find yourself in a relationship with a friend, you're hanging out with them for a little bit, a week, a day, and you don't like them, or you find out you're different, then just cut the person off. Just say, I don't want to be friends anymore. I don't want to be by myself you know that's just how it is, right? That's perfectly okay. You need to do that all the time, like, because you're going to be in, sometimes you just might get into a friendship, but you need to learn that it's okay to cut them off immediately, as they will be like a really bad poison and they will like try to poison your body, and so it's like bad. You need to cut them off so before they get worse and they started seeping into your mind, making you whatever, you need to cut them off really quick. And then, like I said, with the girls, you need to be very transparent. You need to be very truthful. So you got to reject the girl. And if you do make, like I said, you don't want to have any friends that are girls, but anything you want to reject girls, you don't want to have friends that are girls. Only reason you have a friend that a girl is to be in a romantic sexual relationship. So that's what I'm saying. You just need to reject them all. There is no friendships, none of that. As an introvert, you have zero friends. So it's really just, that, and, that's it. You don't want to be doing any weird stuff. Things need to be very clear about what kind of relationship it is. And honestly, like I said, you shouldn't have a relationship with girls unless it's a sexual romantic relationship. Other than that, no relationship. Because it's weird. Because, as a straight guy, you're not supposed to be friending with girls all the time. That doesn't make sense. So yeah. And then you want to go to an online school, homeschool, so that you can avoid. That's where the extroverts hang out, is public schools. You want to avoid them. Homeschool, online school is a great school. That'll keep you away from a lot of bad people, a lot of unsimilar people, and you be able to get whatever educate attain whatever education you want in a very safe environment. And then you also could choose an introverted career. That might help. So you're not surrounded by people you don't like, or have to force yourself to friend people you don't like. You can be somewhat by yourself, and you don't. But it doesn't really matter. But yeah. So yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk about, and yeah. So this is basically how to be an alpha introvert. What, like I said, what you want to do is have zero friends. You want to cut off people or say no if you don't like them, or they make you feel uncomfortable, or you think they're sketchy, or they're shady, or they're just different. They don't have good beliefs. Cut them off right away. Nothing's wrong with cutting them off. Cut them off quick. It's nothing. And then you also want to say no. Say no all the time to groups. Say no all the time to invites. Just say no. Say no. And then you want to do homeschool, online school. And then also with the girls, like I said, you just want to reject most of them, reject all of them. Only if you're in a romantic or sexual relationship, then you need to reject them all. So, like, every one of them that tries to talk to you, it's either basically a romantic, sexual relationship, or it's nothing at all. So, don't talk to them. So, yeah. Don't talk to them. And even if you are, like, you still need to keep them at a distance, or like cut them off completely, because you don't know them very much. It's just, if you don't really know them that much, it's really just sexual, or it's a romantic. But like, if it's sexual, just be honest. Just like, okay, you're attracted to someone, you just want to have sex. That's perfectly fine. And you don't really have much, and you don't have much interest in that, then don't talk to them ever again. And if you want to do it multiple times, sure, but don't get too attached to them, because it's just sex. It's just sexual, all right? So it's okay being sexually attracted to someone. That's perfectly fine. It's just that you don't want to be in a friendship with someone when it's purely sexual. It's not a friendship, it's just a sexual relationship. So yeah. And that's how to be an alpha introvert. So, it's not about getting like a bunch of women. Actually, you're going to be rejecting, if not all of them. Same thing with the friends. You're going to be rejecting about all of them, and you're going to have pretty much zero friends. You're going to have introverted hobbies like this book reading, video gaming. You need to, cut off people. You need to say no. You got to reject pretty much every girl. And then you also have to go to online school or homeschool. That is the best way, I think, to be solid introvert. So yeah, so thanks for watching this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.